New footage shows this is how Ukrainian FPV drones easily strike hits dozens Russian soldiers in Avdiivka. A Ukrainian drone reportedly destroyed Russian armored vehicles, tanks and anti-aircraft guns worth tens of millions of pounds after entering a warehouse close to the front line. Footage of the strike appeared to show drones armed with explosives entering the building in Ukraine's eastern Donetsk region unchallenged through a large uncovered opening. The first unmanned aerial vehicle could be seen hovering inside the building before smashing into a BMP-T Terminator, a rare Russian armored fighting vehicle. Shortly afterwards, a succession of Ukrainian drones swooped into the warehouse, crashing into the parked equipment. As more drones approached the building, fires could be seen raging inside. However, the footage was captured by another Ukrainian army reconnaissance drone from afar. Wild Hornets, a pro-Ukrainian channel on the Telegram messaging app, said the Ukrainian Belava strike unit also destroyed 2 T-72 tanks, 2 S-60 anti-aircraft guns, a BMP-3 infantry fighting vehicle and 2 off-road trucks loaded with ammunition, and the entire hangar completely burned down, it wrote. Aerial footage of the strike from further away appeared to show huge plumes of black smoke rising from the warehouse building after the initial strikes. The attack was said to have taken place in the Donetsk region village of Staromlyanivka, around 3 miles from the front line on the Velika-Novosilka axis of advance of Ukraine's summer counter-offensive. Rob Lee, a senior fellow at the Foreign Policy Research Institute think tank, wrote, "Notably, cheap nets over the entrances likely could have prevented these losses, and an indication of complacency leaving this much equipment this exposed so close to the front line." Drones, especially first-person view, FPV, ones piloted with virtual reality headsets, have become vital for Ukraine in narrowing the quantitative advantage Russia has with long-range weapons on the front line. Most of the kamikaze drones are built inside Ukraine, seen as increasingly important given the lack of support with more conventional military equipment from the war-torn nation's Western allies. Britain, alongside Latvia, also recently pledged to donate thousands of FPV drones to aid Kyiv's armed struggle against Moscow's occupation. In a video address late on Thursday, Volodymyr Zelensky, the Ukrainian president, warned that Russia was taking advantage of the delays in aid. While there is a deficit of artillery, there is a need for frontline air defense and for a longer range of our weapons, he said. Western intelligence officials and analysts have played down the possibility of Russian gains following the recent capture of the Donetsk region city of Avdiivka. The UK Ministry of Defense said Moscow's forces would require a period of rest after seizing control of the industrial hub. It is likely that Russian forces lack the combat effectiveness to immediately exploit the capture of Avdiivka and will require a period of rest and refit, it wrote in its daily battlefield update on Tuesday. On this day, tens of Russian soldiers have died close to the front lines in eastern Ukraine after Kyiv attacked a training ground with US-supplied HIMARS, according to a Ukrainian official and media reports. Ukrainian forces fired on a training area for Russian troops close to the Donetsk city of Volnovakha with a high-mobility artillery rocket system, or HIMARS, on Tuesday, said Serhiy Brachuk, a Ukrainian official in southern Ukraine. Around 65 Russian soldiers were killed at the training ground near the village of Trudovsky, Brachuk said in a post on the Telegram messaging app. The Ukrainian military used 2 missiles in the strike, the media Russian service reported on Tuesday, citing several anonymous sources. Units of Russia's 39th Separate Guards Motorized Rifle Brigade were stationed near Trudovsky, Brachuk said. Brachuk posted 2 videos he said showed the consequences of the HIMARS attack, showing what looked to be dozens of bodies strewn across a field, and images appearing to show the same site have circulated widely across social media. Several prominent Russian military bloggers referenced the alleged strike, with Rybar, an account with more than 1 million subscribers and links to Russia's defense ministry, describing the reported attack near Trudovsky as a tragic event. The issue of formations of personnel in zones where the enemy is conducting active reconnaissance and where crowded people can become targets for high-precision munitions remains relevant, another Russian military blogger on Tuesday. Volnovakha and Trudovsky are in Russian-controlled territory in South Donetsk, to the southeast of the embattled town of Vuhledar and the front lines sweeping from Donetsk to the southern Zaporizhia region. While the Donetsk region and the southern Zaporizhia region were annexed by Russia, but this is not recognized by the international community and Moscow does not fully control the regions. In mid-June 2023, Russian military bloggers said that a number of Russian soldiers were killed near the Luhansk city of Kremina after the troops gathered for a commander's address, giving Ukraine the opportunity to fire on the fighters with HIMARS. They stood in the open air for 2 hours listening to the speech, an anonymous Ukrainian official told the Kyiv Post at the time. With that is enough time to fix them, transport the HIMARS, enter the coordinates and hit them. Ukraine has been using HIMARS since the summer of 2022, and the US has sent 39 HIMARS to the country since February 2022, according to Pentagon documents. Nowadays, Russia continues to suffer losses in its war of aggression against Ukraine. Over the past 24 hours alone, Ukraine's armed forces killed 1,000 Russian soldiers and destroyed 50 artillery systems and dozens of other pieces of equipment. The source was reported by General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine on Facebook showed the total combat losses of the Russian forces between the 24th of February 2022 and the 23rd of February 2024.